stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
From 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood, Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network present the Valley All-Star Classic 2026 edition, presented by Baird Brothers, WFMJ, and WBCB. From high atop 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood, Mark Means, Tim Continenza, Dave Ferris spinning the dials and keeping us on the air this evening. Tim, our first chance together to get a chance to see the brand new 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood.
I tell you what, it is impressive what they have done. Obviously, went to full turf field for they can use it throughout the year. Obviously, they can start in March now to do it. They have, of course, the summer league with the draft league just underway. The last few games here in the last week or two. It is gorgeous. It's absolutely a gem of the Valley.
If you're watching on the iMedia Facebook page, you'll see the video going along with the game like we had for the Jack Arvin Classic yesterday with the two-tone outfield. And you look at the dimensions, and they used to have them down both lines and in the alleys and straightaway center field, but looks like they only have the 405 to straightaway center field mark. They don't have the alleys anymore or the corners, but it's a deep ballpark here in Niles at the home of the Scrappers, and hard to believe that this is the 27th year of this field.
It's amazing. Really is when you think about it. I mean, it just doesn't seem, it almost seems like yesterday when they opened it and started the Scrappers, inaugural season, 99 or 2000?
99.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. And here we are, get back to do high school baseball.
And, I remember it well enough that I was in that booth right next to us.
Yes.
With the legendary Dave Price, and I got to call that first game because his partner wasn't available that day.
Oh, wow.
And I remember, if you've ever been to the ballpark, the green rails that you see throughout the park. We were setting up in the booth, and the rails off to our right were still being painted before they opened the stadium for the crowd that night.
Well, I hope they were dry enough for people to use. But
I was in the booth. I didn't have to worry about it. But this game, as always, features Trumbull County versus Mahoning County. In this matchup, Trumbull County, they'll be in the red jerseys today with the gray pants. Mahoning County, they'll be in the blue jerseys with the white pants. And Trumbull County looking to exact a little revenge after losing the Jack Arvin Classic last night that you heard right here on the iMedia One Network, 21-13.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a great football game last night in Hubbard. And what a great thing to have these all-star games being played here at the high school level. A lot of states don't do this type of thing anymore because it's difficult to get the commitment from the players because they're so involved in so many different things. As you just mentioned, the football players last night, got baseball players today, and it's becoming more and more of a challenge. But to see this tradition continue here in Mahoning and Trimble County is really a special thing.
And, it's challenging. You got graduation parties going on. You got a lot of these guys playing Class B. You got guys going on to play at the next level, whether it be baseball or football. So they've done a great job, not only to think about that, but a lot goes into this regulations-wise to be able to play this game.
Yeah, it does. You have to really get a lot of the T's and I's, crossed and dotted to get it done properly. And you have to work a lot, probably really close with all the different athletic directors across both counties to get your players, in line and get the coaching staff in line and, the coaching association, whatever it may take. It's easier said than done to get everybody working on one level.
Coaching staff for Trumbull County is Ed Anthony from LeBray, Roger Pack from Southington at Chalker, and Matt Vitus from Maplewood. Mahoney County, that's coached by Colgan Knox, who is the manager for Western Reserve with his entire staff. And it's also an opportunity. You get to see some of the schools, the non-football schools, represented in a game like this.
Yeah, it really is. When you look at some of the schools that you're talking about and what they have been able to achieve, you see someone like Western Reserve. Yeah, they're a football school, but they haven't had much success of the last few years. But they had a great baseball season, I believe. And you look at some of the others. We're talking about Chalker, obviously Liberty and then Brookfield. You look at, JFK, which always has a good athletic program.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good programs, a lot of good baseball coming up. This will be a full 9-inning contest played here tonight at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. So everybody gets a chance to see some playing time because not all of these schools played here during the regular season. A lot did, but not all of them.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. I mean, it's an all-star game, so you want to feature each player, give them opportunity to be in the field, either on the mound if they're a pitcher, if you're a catcher behind the plate. You want to get them defensively in the ball game, and offensively they're going to have opportunities to show their skills because it's not necessarily going to be just 9 in and 9 out. And
if you're paying attention closely, it's not going to follow the typical rules you're going to see of a high school baseball game. There's going to be, lineups that are going to be longer than 9. There's going to be multiple re-entries. Over the years, we've seen guys pitch, and then because of a limited number of pitchers, have to re-enter the game and finish the game. So it's not going to be your typical baseball game.
I imagine we're going to see a lot of pinch runners, courtesy runners for players to get off the field and let someone else be on at that time. So we're going to see a lot of unique types of baseball here today.
Going to take a break. Coming up, we'll have tonight's national anthem. We'll get the Valley All-Star Classic underway after this on the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
We are back at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood here in Niles for the 2026 rendition of the Valley All-Star Classic. Our umpiring crew has arrived. They are at the plate. and going over the ground rules with the two managers for both staffs, exchanging lineup cards. And I joked with you during the break, Tim, I'm used to seeing umpires in blue. These are the guys in white today. I mean, I don't blame them because it's warm today.
Yeah, it's unique, but, you know, hey, it works. It's an all-star game. Everyone's wearing colors today. You got the red and the blue in the different dugouts. You know, if you have blue in one dugout, might as well have whites on the base paths. Calling the game here today, and the white underneath are behind the plates. So it should be an interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to it. And the umpire is giving instructions. Now, this is going to be a hard thing to do if you're an umpire, to give instructions to a game that does not have the normal format.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you go back to what we saw with the football game last night. I can think of at least 3 times where there was a penalty called and they just picked it up. Because you're so, you know, you're programmed. You see a hold, you throw the flag. You see something, you throw the flag. But we actually talked to one of the officials leaving the stadium at Hubbard last night. He's like, I didn't even bring my flag with me.
Right.
So, I mean, he was joking with us as he was leaving. But a little harder to do because you kind of still need the umpires. We can't have any challenges today.
You know, no question about that. But more importantly, you need the umpires just to make the call and keep the game flowing. You need the balls and strikes, but you need the guy on the base paths to make a decision on close plays. And there's going to be an opportunity to turn a double play, and those are tight calls usually going down the line. So, and if you get something that is a line drive down either line, you need an umpire with a good view to make that decision. You can't just rely on one umpire to make such a play.
Don't forget, this is the first of 4 different games this week on the iMedia One Network. We will have Cleveland Cobras football tomorrow. Our crew will have Dave Clark back with us for tomorrow. We will be at Carrollton High School as they face the Tuscarawas County Warriors. That's just not one that flows real easy. No. Going into that matchup, Tuscarawas County, the Warriors are 0-1. The Patricians are 1-1 in league play. And it's been a minute since I've been at Carrollton High School for a game. Know they've got a good press box. Know they have a good facility. Saw the turf field that we're going to play on tomorrow, because you just never know what some teams use for a so-called home field.
Oh, wow. When it comes to those type of leagues, you never know exactly what you're in store for. Heck, I can remember you, I, and Dave pulling up on the back of a pickup truck to do a ball game.
Were you with us? Were you with us when we did the game with the cemetery next to the field in West Virginia? That was us. Yes. Yeah, like I said, when you
have no food.
That's right.
That's right.
We don't have any beef. Well, why are you open?
Exactly.
But yeah, so you see a lot of things at that level. Don't have to worry about any of that. This is
first class here.
About as perfect as can be. If you're watching on the camera, bullpens down the right and left field line, we will see if they elect to use them. Some years, yes. Some years, no. And somewhere in all of this equipment, I have binoculars that we have to figure out guys' numbers. So we're going to go through World Series starting lineups as every player will be announced. That'll give us a chance again to step away. And we'll come back and we'll have another break right after this.
Number 3 from Lowville, Caden Primos. Also from Lowville, number 4, Tyler Toscano. From Memorial, number 5, Pano Kolodakis. Also from Memorial, number 6, Bobby Ramirez. From Poland, Carmine Tupelo. From Springfield, number 8, Noah Trogio. From Struthers, number 9, Anthony Pestella. From Ursuline, number 10, Rowan Urbach. From Austintown Fitch, number 11, Gavin Loomis. Also from Austintown Fitch, number 12, Jalen Danko. From Canfield, number 13, Jaden Worse. From Cheney, number 15, Keon Young. From Jackson Milton, number 16, Jack McDivitt. From Poland Seminary, number 17, Joe Zakara.
I was going to ask if there was any players.
Also from Poland Seminary, number 18, Dylan Kelty. From South Range, number 19, Julian Tranovic. Also from South Range, number 20, Brendan Klosowski. From Springfield, number 21, Jackson Ensley.
What's that? I know.
From West Branch, number 22, Carson Wickie.
I texted Dave twice today.
From Western Reserve, number 23, Peyton Hartzell.
Dave was known for.
Also from Western Reserve, number 24, Hunter Taylor.
I looked at my
From Jackson Milton, number 31, Caden Ruby.
Okay. I said I just did the two.
From Struthers, number 32, Mike Stefanicki.
Recap. In the third inning, they scored 3 runs.
From West Branch, number 33,
and that type
Nick
of thing, and then I came back and we have 2 t-shirts together.
And from Western Reserve, number 34, Hunter Stacy. Coaches for Mahoning County, Colgan Knox, Rob Armini, Miles Dotson, and Doug Midland.
Eric had the flat tire. Flat tire.
And now for the home team tonight, the Trumbull County roster. From Badger, number 1, Lewis Flowers. Also from Badger, number 2, Tyler McWilliams. From Chalker, number 3, Logan Smallsreed.
Out to radio.
From Champion, number 4, Zach Morris. Also from Champion, number 5, Chase Deasy. From Girard, number 6, Jaden Royal. From Howland, number 7, Steve Luban. From Lakeview, number 8, Brandon Toot. From Liberty, number 9, Blake Myers. From Maplewood, number 10, Kenyon Clover. From Brookfield, number 11, Bray Coleman. Also from Brookfield, number 12, Braden DeMaria. From Chalker, number 13, Zach Pack. From Girard, number 14, Cameron Herrick. From Howland, number 15, Elliot Gephardt. From JFK, number 17, Brendan Sonata. Also from JFK, number 18, Andrew Lapola. From LeBray, number 19, Landon Brunstetter. From LeBray, number 20, Austin Rowe. From Lakeview, number 21, Nate Palucci. From Liberty, number 22, Luciano DiNardo. From Maplewood, number 23, Tyson Webster. From Matthews, number 24, Caleb Nikula. Also from Matthews, number 25, Jake Pitak. From McDonald, number 26, Josh Schruck. Also from McDonald, number 27, Brady Luckner. From Niles, number 28, Brady Court. Also from Niles, number 29, Brixton Gilmore. From Harding, number 30, Kwame Adams. Also from Harding, number 32, Jaden Colbert. From Bristol, number 34, Jonas Miller. And also from Bristol, number 35, Christian Van Ness. Your Trumbull County team is being coached by Ed Anthony, Roger Pack, and Matt Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would ask you to stand, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem means we are one step closer to baseball here tonight from 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. You heard the World Series starting lineups from the public address voice here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. That is Keith Corso, first year on the job, doing a fantastic job. And we are just moments away from getting this game underway. And it's warm, Tim, but it's a good night for baseball.
It's a beautiful night for baseball. I mean, a little overcast, but not too bad. There's some blue in the skies and players on the field as we get ready for some baseball here. And it's going to be fun to watch these players deal with this turf field, especially a turf mound, and see if that has a play.
You notice right away the starting pitcher, he kind of tried to dig himself a toe hole, but there can't be one on this field.
No, that's one of the uniqueness of a turf field, especially an entire turf field. It's not like the old days of turf fields back in the 70s and 80s where they had little circle cutouts for the mound and for the bases. This is completely a turf field, and that is the way it's done now in the last 10, 15 years for all levels that go to this type of field.
And thank you to the Trumbull County coaching staff. We had a couple of typos on the roster for the Maplewood players. We can tell you it is Tyson Webster, the Maplewood Rocket, who is on the mound to start things off here today for Trumbull County. As we are just moments away from tonight's first pitch. Wind kind of swirling around here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood, but at times also blowing out to kind of right center at this moment, at least, Tim.
Yeah, it's just a light breeze. It's not a big breeze, but you can see the Ohio flag getting a little bit more of a tug into the wind more than the American flag, but I think it's going to play, obviously going towards right field a little bit. So we'll see how that affects any fly balls that may be going out. But right now to start the game, they're going to just play them everybody straight away, it looks like, to start the game.
It'll be number 11, Gavin Loomis, the shortstop out of Austintown Fitch, getting us underway. Loomis, I was going to say getting ready to dig in the right-handed batter's box, but again, there's no digging in.
No, there's not.
Wind in tonight's first pitch. Off speed, chopped foul back towards the on-deck circle, and it is 0-1. Remember, I did a tournament years ago at a field just like this, and I kept saying breaking ball in the dirt.
Yes.
And I just couldn't break the habit of that. 0-1 leans him back, and we're even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Just underway, top of the first, scheduled for 9, the 1-1. Going to be lined up the middle. Shortstop cuts across the bag and can't complete the throw.
And he lost
going to
control of the ball, I was going to say, as he was trying to transfer it from the glove to the hand.
So we'll see what they give him. I'm a generous scorer. That's an infield single for me.
Yeah, me too. I've had that argument with a lot of my colleagues. I go, yeah, this is not pro level.
Right, this is high school. It's a hit unless it's not.
Exactly.
Caden Primus, the Lowellville Rocket, stands in, takes off speed outside for ball 1.
This is going to be interesting to see if either team tries to invoke a running game here.
A little bit of a lead off the bag at first, being held on by the first baseman. Next pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Primus from Lowellville.
You know, at the high school level, the small ball plays a big part of every game. We'll see if they choose to do that here in an all-star game, or they'll let the batters bat.
Breaking ball inside corner, a called strike. It's 1-2 on Primus. Double play depth up the middle, guarding the corners. That one outside and low. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another good crowd coming in here tonight for this one. Saw an amazing crowd at Hubbard for the football all-star game. Next pitch, pop back foul, heading our way to the screen, and it's now 2-2. It's Hunter Stacy, the first baseman from Western Reserve, on deck for Mahoning County. From the belt, little step off, looking back to first, and he's easily back to the bag with no throw.
You know what would be interesting if any foul balls come into play, because
popped up, foul territory, third base side, and onto the concourse just as you bring it up.
I was going to say, obviously, you look at this field here at 717, if you're familiar with it, going beyond the line, maybe the last 100 feet, it's very short. But inside from maybe the 100 feet mark from the bases into home plate, there's a lot of the play available on a foul ball. And here's an opportunity here.
2-2 pop-up. Third baseman camps under it. He will squeeze it for out number 1. And we'll move to the third hole hitter, Hunter Stacy from Western Reserve.
Stacy, number 34.
Got a little bit of that Bob Shepard in him with the public address work. Repeating the numbers.
Yeah.
Check the runner over at first base. First pitch. Off speed, had him swinging through it. It's 0-1. Steps back in. Left-handed box. 0-1 up and away. Tried to frame it. It's 1-1.
You know, one of the toughest things for a high school pitcher is working from the stretch early in the ball game. You know, you warm up doing a lot of it from the windup and stuff like that. But when you get someone on, you're going to be working from the stretch.
Next pitch. That's a strike. It's now 1-2. Webster working from the extreme first base side of the rubber. Checks the runner at first base. 1-2. Lifted foul, third base side, heading towards the fun zone, and that'll get out of play. So it remains at 1-2. Had a good breeze, at least up at this press box level, since we got here to set up. 1-2 inside, almost got him. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, from the outside corner of the plate down to the inside corner. So a little wildness early here shown from Webster.
2-2 ripped down the right field line. That'll roll into the corner. Bobbled by the right fielder. They're going to send the runner from first home. This is going to be a stand-up triple for Hunter Stacy and a 1-0 lead for Mahoning County.
Yeah, Stacy did a nice swing from the left side and just taking it right down the right field line and into the corner. The right fielder was playing straight away, but at least 100 feet from the line. And once it got past him, it went all the way to the foul pole. That gave Stacy the opportunity to turn extra bases into a triple and an RBI to start the game.
So with one out, runner on at third base, it's Dylan Kelty from Poland. Love seeing the guys from Poland here. Unfortunately, they were eliminated from the tournament last night. They've got 3 guys here playing in this all-star game a day later.
Yeah, that's just those are gamers. These are kids that love to play the game and want to be a part of an all-star festivities.
Wines off speed on the outside corner. You could hear it in our crowd mic. It's 0-2.
Let's see.
0-2 to Kelty. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, and there's 2 down. That was the big looping Uncle Charlie that he was out in front of.
Yeah, beautiful off-speed curveball there. Really slowing down the action, and unfortunately he was ahead of it and couldn't make contact, so now get 2 down.
So 2 down, 1 across the board. First pitch is swung on and missed to Carson Wyke from West Branch. From the belt, 0-1, swung on and missed. It's 0-2, and it's got to be tough. Some of these guys, their season ended several weeks ago in the tournament, so many of them haven't played live action in a while.
And that will throw off some timings. There's no question about it.
0-2 pitch, inside corner, called strike 3, and the top of the first is over. It is Mahoning County 1. Trumbull County will get their first at-bat after this on the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Right back here, 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. And on the mound for Mahoning County, that's Rowan Urbach from Ursuline. And you say, what does Rowan do, Tim? He does it all. He pitches, he plays the infield, he plays the outfield. The only thing he doesn't do is catch. So he is, he's that guy coach can pencil in the lineup every day somewhere.
That's such a valuable thing, especially at the high school level, because you've got players that need time off for other situations. And, if you can pitch, you can play short, you can play center field, you can play right field. Such a thing to know that you can just pencil him in anywhere you need him. And it's just such an advantage.
So valuable to your team when you can do something like that. Completing his warm-up tosses, and Trumbull County, the home team here at Eastwood Field, out of the first base dugout. And that's always been the unique thing about 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. Typically, home team third base dugout. It has always been the first base dugout here.
Yeah, I remember when the Guardians were the Indians and they opened up Jacob Field. It was first base to begin with, and then they switched it about 5-6 years ago and went to third base.
I remember
they did some of the remodeling.
Sitting in this booth, there was a temporary wood structure that they built for Travis Fryman when he was the manager, so he had a place to lean in his perfect spot, because there was maybe a time or two, and I don't know if anybody ever noticed it, but it's been a few years. Let the cat out of the bag. if he questioned, an error or a hit call by our official scorer, he would kind of lean out of the dugout, and there was like this little motion that probably I was the only one that saw, but that meant, go down between half innings and see if we can get that changed. Every manager tries to get that. They want the hits for their guys or not errors.
Right. You want to take care of your players. No question about it.
Clover, number 10.
So Kenyon Clover from Maplewood, starting pitcher for Trumbull County, going to lead things off. He works right down the center of the rubber. First pitch on the outside corner. It's a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, talking about official scoring, and did a few high school games this year over in Lawrence County, and obviously each team has their own book.
0-1. Lifted back foul off the screen. It's 0-2.
And depending on who was batting, that would be a hit, or that would, and then the opposite team would have it as an error every time we check
home
the 2
book's
books.
official.
Exactly. Well, most of the time.
From the
You
belt.
never know.
0-2. Way outside now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I remember I was asked to fill in and do that for a couple of games, and I politely said, I don't want that pressure. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So 1-2 the count on Kenyon Clover from Maplewood. From the belt. Long look in, the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and there's 1 away. That was foul tipped into the mid of the catcher. And a 1 down here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting, number 20, Austin Rowe. Number 20.
So we go to number 2 in the order for the Trumbull County All-Stars. And that is number 20, Austin Rowe from LeBray. Pitcher, shortstop, third base. First pitch to him. Popped up. First baseman coming in. Just in now. He'll creep into foul territory and camp under it for out number 2.
Yeah, seen that pitch coming in well. It came in on the fist, and he got underneath it a little bit and popped that one up for the first out on the first pitch he's seen in this ballgame.
Tyson Webster out of Maplewood.
He's our pitcher today for the.
Long look in from the belt. First pitch to Webster. Little bit high. Had the plate, but high. And it's 1-0.
Kind of an open stance.
Back foot right on the back line. That one a called strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Just another line where I was going to say digs in on the back chalk line, but that's paint because that's permanent. There's no chalk.
And that's not going to come off.
1-1. Breaking ball popped up. Right fielder on a sprint, shortstop coming out, and the right fielder made the catch in traffic. Trumbull County goes 1-2-3. We've completed 1. Our score, Mahoney County 1, Trumbull County 0 on the iMedia 1 network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
If I could be you.
And you could be me?
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside.
Each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Right back here, 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. It is the Valley All-Star Classic as we go to the second inning. A 1-0 lead for Mahoning County. Looks like we've got a new pitcher out there for Trumbull County's All-Star team going through his warm-ups.
Yeah, see if we can identify him. Possibly number 4.
That might be Logan Smalls Reed out of Southington Chalker High School. Going through his warm-up tosses. Wind continues to be a factor. The players have done a good job on some of those mile-high pop-ups, getting themselves camped under it in position. Because, sometimes, especially when you're bad at catching pop-ups like I was, you look up for that ball and the legs just give away.
That's the anxiety taking over.
It was much easier to pitch or sit on the bench.
This is a difficult situation for the catcher. He has to go out there and talk to each pitcher. These are players that he's never caught all season. So it's not like he knows exactly how their repertoire really works.
So it's Jillian Tranovich out of South Range. First pitch to him, fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Looking in for the sign, ready with the 0-1. That one's in the dirt. It's even up at 1-1. So Tuesday night was the home opener for the Scrappers in the Draft League, and had good crowd out here for the first game. 1-1, breaking ball up high, now 2-1. And like I said, I live less than 10 minutes away from the ballpark. Such a big show, such a long show. I watched it from my front yard. Down low.
That's a big show.
It was. It was billed as the biggest fireworks show of the season.
Yeah. And there's still, the big holiday to come in July.
There is a special big holiday.
Yeah. The 250th
inside
year.
ball 4. So Mahoning County does what they did in the top of the first. Get the leadoff man on.
Now batting number 10, Rowan Urbach.
It brings up Rowan Urbach from Ursuline. Always one of the premier baseball programs in the Valley. First pitch to him. Outside and low for ball 1. Congratulations, Cardinal Mooney. The Cardinals are in the state Final Four this year, looking for their first state baseball title.
It is just, that time of the year where it's just great to see schools have this opportunity, especially schools that's never been there before. And congratulations to the Cardinals. Good luck.
Outside on the corner, shave that corner of the plate for a strike. Working from the middle of the rubber. Checks the runner at first. Pitches down low for a ball. I feel like it was just yesterday when we were doing baseball games together, but not. You went to Columbus for the state baseball tournament. I went to Canton for the state softball tournament.
Yeah, that's right. That, I hate to say it, but that might have been about 7-8 years ago.
I was going to say, it's close to 10.
Yeah, well, it probably is closer to 10.
Rowan Urbach from Ursuline. Runner off the bag at first. Swung on and missed. Going to work the count full to 3-2.
We'd have to go back and get on the internet to find out when Springfield won the state title that year. Mm-hmm. And we'll find out exactly when it was. It might have been around 2018.
Look to first. Runner dives back because you had that, and I had the West Branch softball team win the state title that same year.
And you went to 13 or 14 innings or something?
Yeah, that was a long game that
I remember
day.
That, yeah. Down on strikes.
Yeah, Urbach goes down on strikes. And it brings up number 12 for Mahoning County. That is Jalen Danko from Austintown Fitch. Check the runner at first. First pitch right down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Austintown Fitch, wonderful baseball and softball facilities for the Falcons.
Top notch, one of the best in the county and really in the Valley. And it's great to see when a school backs the baseball program like that.
Little chopper back to the mound, just going to take the easy out at first. So 1-3 on the putout. Now 2 down. Runner in scoring position at second base.
Plate number 23, Peyton Hartzell.
Brings up Peyton Hartzell from Berlin Center, Western Reserve. The coaching staff from Mahoning County. His coaching staff from the regular season.
Yeah, that's nice to see that he brought in his entire crew with them. And obviously they're familiar with each other and know how to run the dugout. And
lifted foul, first base side. That is going to bounce just past the dugout onto the concourse. And
I was going to say they have 3 of their players on the roster, so they're kind of leaders in a sense in the dugout and know what to expect from the coaching staff, and it's a nice blend that way.
Western Reserve well represented, 3 players, 4 coaches.
Yeah.
So 0-1 the count. Checks the runner out at second base. Going to check him again to the plate, just off the outside corner. The count now levels up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-0 Mahoning County here on the top of the second. That pitch a little outside again. Now 2-1. We've seen this umpire, he works a little high, but he doesn't give you the edges, especially that outside edge. Check of second. 2-1.
Yeah, that again, right on off the plate, I guess, and
just maybe a ball length off the plate.
Yeah.
So 3-1 the count on Peyton Hartzell. Check second. Check again. Popped up. Foul territory. That'll get over the screen and bounce just below the concourse, just left to us. I mentioned I probably called 80 games or more from that booth next door.
God, yes.
Never one foul ball in that booth in all of those games.
That's, and that's dead center, right off home plate. So that's actually pretty impressive.
Next pitch, chop foul at the plate.
Because you figured, a lot of players are going to be right on the ball, just underneath it. And that's, in a sense, where you get that line, hot shot coming right at you.
Now, other places on the road in the Penn League back in the day,
yeah,
a little bit of ducking and dodging and diving. Batter will ask for time. Hartzell will step out, especially one of my favorite parks, State College. You'd walk in that press box and you would just see the scuff marks all over from when the window was open. Fouled again. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's always fun to be down in Penn State land.
I got
a lot of our teams over in Lawrence County. That's their goal for the year, to get to the state finals at Penn State.
Outside corner, ball 4.
They stolen base from second to third.
Oh. So on ball 4, he took third base.
Number 11.
That was a great pitch to run on. The ball was in the turf a little bit. Good play there by the catcher to make the play, but he never had a chance to throw down.
Runners at the corners, 2 down for Gavin Loomis. Back to the top of the order. That'll miss up high. Ball 1 to Loomis. Mahoning County 1-0 lead, looking to add on with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Check the lead runner at third. Pitch is going to be lifted foul, out of play, first base side. First baseman gave it a long look, but it's over the net and out of play. Trumbull County first baseman Bray Coleman from Brookfield over there giving it a look. A lot of new things you have to orientate yourself to if you haven't played at this ballpark.
Oh, yeah. It's a professional field, and that's what you got to remember. I mean, this is where professional baseball began for many years for players at the short season level, which is no longer around in Major League Baseball. But so it's designed, to get players ready for Major League Baseball as they move up in the ranks.
Chopper to third, sets his feet, quick throw over to first base in time to end the inning. Mahoning County threatens, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Mahoning County 1 and Trumbull County 0 on the iMedia One Network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Mahoning County. Due up for Trumbull County. It's going to be Bray Coleman from Brookfield to lead things off. And on the mound for Mahoning County, that is Rowan Urbach from Ursuline. So I got a Scrappers trivia question for you for this half inning.
Oh, excellent.
There are 2 former Mahoning Valley Scrappers on the current Guardians roster.
Yeah, and that won't happen much anymore.
There's very few. Like when I stop and look at guys I covered, but you're also talking 08 and 09.
Right.
So, it's been a minute.
Exactly.
Bray Coleman leading off the second inning for Trumbull County. First pitch up and in for ball 1.
So we got to be looking at veterans here when you're talking about that. And you got to think about a homegrown talent, which puts a little bit more thought into it. And because a lot of the Guardians.
1-1 popped up. Right fielder drifting back. He'll camp under it.
Have been either traded for or recently drafted.
Mm-hmm.
So
guys like DeLauder, Bazana.
Exactly. So I would have to go with the most veteran player in the infield. That got to be Jose Ramirez.
Right. It is Jose Ramirez. It wasn't very long, but, as long as you put that jersey on for more than one game, it counts.
It's kind of like CC Sabathia, a Hall of Famer, back in the day.
Well, how we mentioned calling that first game.
Yes.
That first game was CC Sabathia on the mound and Victor Martinez behind the dish. Who knew what those two guys would turn into? One's a Hall of Famer. One could be a Hall of Famer.
Well, yeah, one should be a Hall of Famer someday. And Martinez, in my opinion, what a career he had, not just in Cleveland, but Boston and Detroit. All right, give me a minute here. Let me figure this out here.
If we get another out, I'll give you a clue.
All right, that'll work.
So the 0-1. Lifted foul, out of play. It's 0-2. And you're right. There's not a lot of those guys from the Penn League. I mean, you're talking when I was there, that was Lonnie Chisenhall. That was Jason Kipnis. That was that group. That was Austin Adams, who had a cup of coffee in the bullpen.
Right. And many of them have had their wonderful careers at the major league level and very solid years.
0-2 swung on and missed for strike 3.
It's going to have to be a pitcher, because I can't think of another fielder who would qualify.
So would you like your clue?
Yes.
He was an Indian and is now a Guardian.
Okay.
So 2 down for Zach Pack, number 3.
I got it. It got to be Armstrong making his second appearance with the organization.
Sean Armstrong, the former Scrapper, another one that didn't spend a lot of time here, but did spend some time here. And, there's been the names that have come through this field, not only the players that played in the organization, but the opposition as well.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. And that's
swung on and missed. It's 0-2.
How many opportunities there were to see some young budding players, probably even people on rehabs just for a quick start to get in and get out, or just because that was available that week to get them going, on a rehab assignment.
Swung on and missed, and Trumbull County goes down 1-2-3, still searching for their first hit after 2. Mahoning County 1 and Trumbull County 0 on the iMedia 1 network.
During the fall and winter Winter grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Top of the third here from 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. 1-0 lead for Mahoning County. And Tim, Trumbull County is still looking for that first hit.
Yeah, and, this is what you're going to get in all-star games because you're going to see a lot of different pitchers and different looks. So you had a little opportunity in the last inning, but it got stranded at third base. They had runners at the corners with 2 down, but we'll see how they attack here in the third inning.
In for,
bottom of the second.
Number 3, Caden Primos. Number 3.
Into pitch now from the champion Golden Flashes for Trumbull County. That's Zach Morris, the pitcher and shortstop. Bottom 2, 1-0 the lead for Mahoning County. Morris first pitch down low for ball 1. Almost caught myself within the dirt again. It's just. It's programmed up there. You can't get rid of it.
When you do as many games as you do, that's understandable.
I've probably done more baseball than anything. Next pitch, lifted out to center field. Center fielder in a couple steps now, drifting back. He'll camp under it for out number 1.
And I've had more opportunity in the last 4 or 5 years to do softball and baseball over in Lawrence County. And, yeah, it's something to get used to say it's in the turf versus in the dirt. And it's just so natural to say in the dirt for baseball.
And it makes you wonder how other parts of the state feel when first pitch to Hunter Stacy inside for ball 1. The football championships are played in Canton.
Yeah.
The softball championships are played in Canton. The baseball championships are played in Akron. A lot of the rest of the state having to come this way for titles.
Coming west, or actually east in a sense. We're from the southern part of the state. So, yeah.
1-1 the count on Hunter Stacy from Western Reserve.
But quite honestly, you can't find a better facilities to have the football championships than what we have now.
I have talked a lot to our broadcasting friends. You do a lot of work in Pennsylvania. And to say 1-2, that is called strike 3. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. They are jealous of the facilities we get to have for the state championships in Ohio.
Oh, there's no question about it. I talked to a lot of my colleagues over in PA, and I says, no, you haven't seen the game. You haven't had the opportunity to broadcast the game until you see the Hall of Fame in the background, and that's just an amazing, thing. And fortunately, I've had the opportunity to broadcast a game from a state title game or 2 from there, and it's just been, it's wonderful. And unfortunately, they used to use, like in Pennsylvania, used to use Hershey for all their championships, and that's not the case anymore. Now they use Mechanicsburg, which is just a high school stadium,
right?
And for football, so it's totally changed, and it's unfortunate. I've always said Penn State's missing the opportunity to use it as a huge recruiting goal, but we'll see if the new coaching staff there will change their tune and try to make it. They always say it's the expense, which I get. Teams, schools got to go through the expense of, of all the security and everything else that's needed and ticket takers.
1-2 rolled foul first base side. Will stay at 1-2. And that new coaching staff you speak of has Youngstown ties in former Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell.
Yes.
All coaching trees lead to Youngstown in one way or another.
They do, don't they?
1-2 pitch. Trails outside. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dylan Kelty here in the bottom of the second inning. Excuse me, top of the third.
Top of the third, yes.
2-2. That's a shot
drive
over the shortstop's head and out into left center field for a base hit with 2 down for Kelty here on the top of the third.
Yeah, he let that one come in the inside corner of the plate, and he was ready for it and just jumped on it, serving it out into the alley between left and center for that base hit.
You know, one of the things you hear a lot of the national analysts say, he let that ball travel and was able to kind of just, fight it off for a base hit. Carson Wyke swung on and missed for strike 1.
I'm curious if we're going to see a running game here today. Yeah, obviously it's an all-star game, might be more of a taboo thing, but in high school baseball, the running game is such a big part of the game because you can do so much from it and cause, defenses to really, be on their toes, cover the base, make a good throw to second base or third base. You can get extra bases that way, and that really can set up big innings.
0-2 the count on Carson Wyke from West Branch. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And we will head to the bottom of the third. It remains Mahoning County 1, Trumbull County 0 on the iMedia 1 network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Bottom of the third, it remains 1-0 in favor of Mahoning County, and continuing to work, it's Rowan Erbach from Ursuline on the mound for Mahoning County. 1-3-0 so far for Mahoning County. All zeros at this point up on the board for the Trumbull County All-Stars. Overcast, lights not quite on just yet here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. Wind now kind of blowing across. When we started this game, it was blowing out down the right center field line, and now it's kind of blowing from center to right, so a little more difficult to camp under a ball that way when it's kind of carrying the ball away from you.
It's swirling a little bit. There's no question about it. It's going to be interesting to see if we get a few into that right center field area to see how that ball reacts.
Not like the old Candlestick Park where the baseball did all kinds of ridiculous things when it got up into the air.
Yeah, it's swirling, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Got a couple of guys heading for the Trumbull County bullpen. And if you got the opportunity, I mean, that bullpen down there, very different than the ones you see either in foul territory or caged off at different high school facilities.
Yeah, you can't, because of the facility down there in the bullpen area, you can't really see who it is. I believe it was Cameron Henrik and Austin Roll running down there to get loosened up.
For Trumbull County, it's Kwame Adam. I believe that's number 30 for Trumbull County. It is. Takes a pitch outside and low for ball 1. Cut of the grass at second, just off the grass at shortstop. Next pitch on the outside corner, a called strike. There's another one. You can't say at the cut of the grass.
Yes.
We should have kept a list on how many things we're used to with grass fields. The 1-1. Inside and low, 2-1. Interesting delivery, too. There's a little bit of a hitch in that windup from the Mahoning County pitcher. You just kind of a little bit of a pause and comes through with the rest of his delivery. 2-1. Fouled back on the hands. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun trying to fight its way through the clouds here this evening from 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood.
Yeah, Rowan Urbach on the mound here.
Outside and a little bit low. Now 3-2. So the count is full, or as the old school announcers would say, the string is out.
Which I enjoy using that line once in a while.
It's one of my favorites.
Yes.
The 3-2.
I think the first time I started using it this past year, I had my producer look at me, what?
Well, not a lot of people remember
that,
they didn't have the clickers like they do now. They actually had knots on a string in their pocket.
Exactly.
And that's how you knew when the count was full, because the string had run out.
Exactly.
See how many more of those broadcasting cliches I can find for us. Runner off the bag at first with nobody out here, bottom of the third. Nate Palucci from Lakeview's in the box. Swung on, lifted, foul deep down the line. That'll make it to the fun zone. And the count now at 0-1 on Nate Palucci from Lakeview. Bulldogs had a fantastic season. That came to an end earlier this week at the hands of the Poland Bulldogs, as we had an all-Bulldog matchup in that one.
There goes Adams.
Runner will break, pitches down low, and he'll have that bag standing. So Trumbull County trying to tie this one up here in the bottom of the third. Here, I got a good one for you. A few years ago, we lost mentor, legend, John Caparanis.
Yes, we did.
I started my career calling games with Cappy as his analyst. Runner off the bag at second. 1-1. Up high, now 2-1. Does a great setup, scene setter as we start the broadcast, introduces me, said, Mark, what do you think? It's the Poland Bulldogs. It's the Lakeview Bulldogs. It's the battle of the blue and white. 2-1 as they check the runner at second. Now he'll step off. In my young wisdom, I said, Cap, I think the Bulldogs are going to win.
You had it. You nailed it.
That was a mistake.
Uh-oh.
Did not like that one.
Oh, because you came up with before because he wanted to use that.
No,
line.
it was, there was no analysis. There was no breakdown. It was just, I think the Bulldogs are going to win. I got a little bit of a glare that.
Interesting. I thought he would actually, that's like, you stole my line type.
So 2-1 the count on Palucci from Lakeview. Breaking ball, tried to wrap the outside corner, but it missed. It's now 3-1. Sun starting to set. Breeze has been good all day. Much more comfortable than the press box at Hubbard last night.
Yeah. Having his cross breeze is nice and comfortable.
Check second to 3-2. Bouncer to third to the sliding stop. Looks the runner back. Fires over to first base. And 5-3 on the putout. 4 out, number 1.
Kept Adams right there at second base because the play was right in front of him.
Number 4.
Nicely done there for Mahoning County. Making that play was Tranovich at third base.
So bring up the pitcher, Zach Morris from Champion. Runner off the bag at second.
That's one of the things you're going to get on a turf field is more of a true bounce. So you can really take advantage of it. And that's where he slid into it. You don't necessarily see that if it was a natural field. You almost have to dive for it and get yourself up versus that pop-up slide that he used making that play.
Check of second, the 1-0. Runner breaks for third off the catcher's glove, back to the screen, and Trumbull County's got the tying run at third with only 1 down here in the third.
One thing you're going to have to mention here, Mark, is with this being a minor league ballpark, back to the screen is much deeper here than you would have in most high school games. So getting back to the ball is going to be very important, because a good base runner like Adams could take 2 bases if it was opportunity was there.
2-0 the count on Morris. 2-0 pitch in on the hands, lifted foul and out of play, heading towards the sweet level. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Mahoning County going to play in at the cut at third. A little bit in at short, back at the line at second. That'll be down low. It's now 3-1 the count on Morris. Aggressive defensive setup for Mahoning County, trying to cut that down, run down at the plate.
They are. They're playing on the right side of the ends. I should say the left side of the field. They're playing in, but here's ball 4. So now they're gonna have to put the shortstop back at double play depth, just to maybe cut off the runner at second at the worst case scenario. They may not have a play at home that they normally would.
So they will continue to play at the cut at third. They'll hold the runner on at first, and we may have a pinch runner at first base.
Yeah, I think we will. We'll see who we got. I think that is 25.
So 25 for Trumbull County is Jake Petak from Matthews. So the Mustang.
Watch for a bunt here. This is a great opportunity to do a safety type squeeze.
Long look from the belt to the plate. Checked his swing, went a little bit too far, and it's 0-1 on Brady Klockner from McDonald.
Let's see if they try to take second base as early as they can here. See if they can force maybe a possible double steal.
Pitcher thinking the same way you are. Tosses over to first base. Boy, what a football season McDonald had this year. 10-0 in the regular season. Deep run into the postseason.
Yeah, what a great athletic program they have at McDonald.
Runner breaks for second. The catcher's going to throw behind the runner at third. And he gets back safely.
Yeah, you don't see that.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
that was aggressive.
That a lot. Exactly. Yeah, you got to give it up here for Clover behind the plate making that play. Excuse me, that's Mahoning County. That would have been Urbach.
Long look in, 1-1 to Klockner. Hitting a big bounce to third. Sets the feet, fires over to first. Run will score, and we are now tied at 1 here in the bottom of the third with the go-ahead run down at third base.
Yeah, opportunity here for Trumbull County.
So Trumbull County, they've manufactured a run here in the third inning and no hits on the board.
Number 8.
So it brings up Brandon Toot from Lakeview.
By the way, I misidentified the catcher. That's Dylan Kelty behind the plate.
Kind of hard to get that number with the gear in between it. Outside to Toot for ball 1.
But his aggressiveness, it was a right play. It was really fun to watch, to see him throw behind the runner, trying to cut him down on that stolen base.
From the belt, the 1-0. Lifted foul, left field side and out of play. And, you know, for an all-star game, to either have that unspoken communication or eye contact to know, because the third baseman's not on the same page as the catcher. That's down the left field line, and 2 runs are going to score.
Exactly. I mean, it was really a heads-up play and a difficult to pull off, like you said, in an all-star game.
1-1. Way outside, off speed. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. 1-1, bottom of the third. Trumbull and Mahoning County tied up. Took a little while last night to get the offense going in the football game. We'll see what happens as we play through this 9-inning game. 1-2, swung on and missed on the inside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Video of this game available on the iMedia One Youngstown Facebook page. To go with the audio, whether you're listening on westernreserveradio.com. Next pitch way outside. Also available on the iMedia One Network app. What you say you don't have that? Head over to iOS or Android and make sure to download that app, and you can listen to all of our games for all 3 channels in one spot.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal app. It is a mainstay on my phone. There's no
2-2.
question about it.
Try to check his swing, and he could not hold back for strike 3. Catcher throws down to first anyway. We're through 3. Our score, Mahoning County 1, Trumbull County 1 on the iMedia One Network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Back here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood, we've completed 3. Mahoning and Trumbull County all tied up at 1. And to take you through the middle 4, my partner tonight, Tim Continenza.
Thank you there, Mark, as we get top of the 4th inning. As I believe still on the mound is Zach Morris from Champion here for Trumbull County. Righty getting his last couple throws in here as we have standing on the on-deck area. We got Landon Brunsetter. Also Kenyon Clover. Looks like those two are due up this inning. We're talking with the catcher in Kelty about some things going on. So, yes, it is Zach Morris still on the mound for Trumbull County.
Now batting number 19, Julian Tranovich. Number 19.
Number 19 for Mahoning County is Julian Tranovich. I apologize. I had to turn over my rosters. So, Tranovich bats from the right side. Here's Morris's delivery. And it's going to be outside for ball 1. Morris's 1-0 delivery. Going to miss on the outside again. Moves the count to 2-0. Julian Tranovich from South Range. Here's the pitch. And now down low on the inside part of the plate. And moves the count to 3-0. So Tranovich, he's a pitcher, shortstop, third baseman, and a second baseman this season for South Range. And he takes a 4-pitch walk to open up the inning here, as he will take his base at first. Now Rowan Urbach will be coming to the plate.
Number 10, Rowan Urbach. Number 10.
Urbach from Ursuline, a pitcher, infielder, and outfielder, is what he's been listed as this season for the Irish. That's going to hit the outside corner for the first pitch. 0-1. So Taranovich at first. He'll take his lead. Morris on the mound. He'll check on the runner. And delivers. And it's a line drive down the left field line. It's a fair ball. It's going to go all the way to the wall. This is at least a double. And they'll move Taranovich to third base. So big inning opportunities coming up here for Mahoning County as they got 2 men on with nobody out.
Now heading to the plate, number 12, Jalen Danko. Number 12.
Coming to the plate is Jalen Danko, his second baseman from Austintown. have an equipment change. I think he's changed gloves here. Took off his batting gloves. Now got his running gloves on. Here at second base is Rowan Urbach after that double. Danko waits the pitch and swings and misses for strike one. So runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside changeup.
You know, Tim, we didn't have all those gloves back in our day. We got a pair of batting gloves, and we wore them till they fell apart.
You wore it underneath the glove is what you did. Back, here's a foul ball, third base side, just off the bag. And we'll do it again here at 0-2.
Yeah, it made your glove feel like it fit tighter when you had that batting glove inside.
And then you always had to have the one, I believe it was your middle finger out of the glove.
Mm-hmm. I always liked the glove that had it cut like that.
Yes. Memories. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball into the hole to short. He'll fire across and not in time, I don't believe. And that was an RBI single on an infield hit. So Danko gets one across.
Number 23, Peyton Hartzell.
Mahoning County liked being in front, so they decided they'd go right back ahead here in the fourth.
Yeah, 3 straight batters reach. As we had a double, a walk, and a single. Here's outside for ball one. And not in that order. We had the walk first, followed by the double, and then the infield hit there by Danko. Hartzell's at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh. And that is fouled right off the catcher's helmet. No big deal. Just give me another ball and I'll throw it right back out to Morris. So the runners take their lead at the respective bases. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner from first. And no throw down to second. So he'll stolen base there for Danko.
You're forcing the defense to make a decision. Are you going to attempt this throw and possibly throw the ball into center field, or are you going to give us an easy base?
There's a one right up the box for a base hit. And the hitting shoes here for Mahoning County continues as they put 2 across here in the inning. Still nobody out here. And Morris on the mound here for Trumbull County.
Francisco Rodriguez Santos.
All quiet in the Trumbull County bullpen right now. Here in the fourth.
Here's the pitch outside for ball one. At the plate is Santos. Francisco Rodriguez Santos, a shortstop from East. That ball's in the turf. Gets away from the catcher, but he scoops it up quickly. And moves the count to 2 balls, no strikes here. Still nobody out. Runners at the corner here for Mahoning County. Here's the pitch. Up high, and it's 3-0.
Pretty wide stance spread in the box. Almost corner to corner.
So Morris from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Up high, off the glove. This will be a pass ball. A run will score from third. Runner will advance from first to second. And a pass ball will get the runner at home on ball 4 over to first base. So, seeing a little bit of everything this inning.
A big inning for Mahoning County, coming right back to take the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, they've scored 3 so far. Nobody out. And we do get a pitching change. And believe coming in for Trumbull County might be Cameron Henrik. So let's take a break. You're watching and listening to High School Baseball All-Star Game on the iMedia One Network.
If I could be you,
And you could be me?
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way,
To get inside.
Each other's mind.
walk a mile in my shoes.
walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out, and for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
So Henrik is now pitching here for Trumbull County, and there's a bunt tried right off the bat here for Primus. Primus is a center fielder and a pitcher for Lowville and the Rockets this year.
You know, I give Mahoning County a lot of credit, Tim. They've been aggressive both phases, offensively and defensively tonight.
They really have. And in this inning, we've seen a little bit of everything. The running game being taken advantage of what we were talking about earlier. That ball's outside for ball 1. Runners take their advances. Swing and a miss as he'll go down. Primus will go down swinging. And now bring up next here for Mahoning County will be Kozlowski.
Number 20, Brennan Kozlowski.
Kozlowski coming to the plate. Bats from the right side. 2 men on, 1 down here. 3 already across here for. There's a ball, pass ball again, and runners will take their advances to second and third. So it's a tough inning here defensively for Jake Pedic.
And, you know, you don't have the dirt to kind of deaden the ball, take away some of that steam. It's actually going to pick up when it hits the turf and skid back to the screen.
Yeah, you're used to a different type of bounce, too. And that's really a difficult thing for a catcher to really make the adjustment to. That pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Runner at second and third. Swing and a miss on a big swing. Koloski, a first baseman and third baseman for South Range. And he'll take another big swing, strike 2.
That's another one of those premier programs in the Valley. They seem to win year in and year out.
It's just really.
I mean, let's be honest. It's South Range.
Yeah.
They win at everything.
Yeah, they do. There's a foul ball, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Yeah, they are. And it's a growing community. It was probably the fastest growing community in Mahoning County right now. So you're going to get a lot of good talent coming from there. And they get some from the boarding areas, too. It's amazing how many South Range. Here's a pop-up, and it's going to go into right field. Playable, makes the catch. They'll tag the runner. Here comes the throw. He'll score as he dives in, sliding across home plate for the 4th run of the inning. And that will move the score to 5-1. Mahoning County here.
That's a nice job. First baseman cut that throw, looked the runner at second back so he couldn't take the extra 90 feet and had to stay at second.
Bobby Ramirez is coming to the plate for Camel. Here's the pitch. That's going to be up high. Oh, yeah, top of the zone. Take that back.
That outside corner has it's kind of moved around. It's moving around. Yes.
Yeah. You know, the earth is on a trajectory, and so is the umpires. There's another strike.
And sometimes when the score is 5-1, the strike zone grows.
A little bit, especially in these type of situations. So runner at second base. Swing and a miss here by Ramirez to end the inning. So 4 runs come across here for Mahoning County as they now lead 5-1. This is the Valley High School All-Star Classic presented by Baird Brothers, WFMJ, and WBCB on the iMedia One Network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
And welcome back here to 717 Stadium at Eastwood, I believe is how you say it nowadays, or 717 Field at Eastwood. I apologize. We'll get it right. As we get ready here for the bottom of the 4th inning, Trumbull County got 1 across in the 3rd, but gave up 4 at the top of the 4th and trailed now 5-1.
You think about this field, Tim. We talk about it year 27. We mentioned that in pregame. 3rd different name we've called this field in 27 years.
Yeah. Was it originally Cafaro Field?
Cafaro Field, and then Eastwood Field, and now 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. The staff here, Jordan Taylor, Heather Sully, Matt Thompson, Brad Hoosier, those guys do a fantastic job making this a great place to come in the summer.
Logan Smallreed is in pitching, I believe, here for. Oh, take that back. That's the wrong.
I can't tell you how many times I've done that already.
Caden Primus is actually on the mound.
Number 12.
I should have highlighted one of them for I would know which one it was. That's on me.
I didn't do that either.
Braden Demera at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1.
Speaking of Brookfield, the Patricians play their home games at Brookfield. They'll have their home opener in 2 weeks.
That's a beautiful new stadium in the last few years. Here's a shot right up the middle, but grabbed there by the shortstop. Fire across under the glove of the first baseman. That error will allow the runner to go to second base, and he's tagged out there. Beautiful play from the first baseman, making a great throw. Going back, getting that was Austin Rowe, and making a nice throw to cut down the runner at second base.
That's just good coached fundamental baseball. The play is not over till it's over, as Yogi would say.
Yes.
Number 28.
And if it's a fork in the road, take it.
Number 28.
One of my favorite Yogi's.
The Yogi-isms there's so many.
What a great book. There is a book of his statements. And there's a ground ball, third base side, foul.
That crossed into foul territory just before the bag. That's a good call.
It was an excellent fielding play there by Zach Morris, now at third base. I'll do it right yet. That is Toscano. I'm going to stop flipping in my pages so fast. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down. And there's a ground ball to short again. No fire across this time. Get the out for the second out of the inning.
Now coming to the plate, number 35, Christian Van Ness. Number 35.
I never thought we would say this, but we are in the bottom of the 4th, and all hits belong to Mahoning County.
I was just thinking about that because that was an error that gets the base runner, and he was cut down at second base trying to stretch it. So Christian Van Nys is at the plate. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Yeah. We get one more inning that way. This will go to what they used to say to the ticker line for those type of situations.
That's one I'm not familiar with.
You didn't know? Yeah, they didn't announce if a team was being hitless. No one registered on the old ticker line back in the day until after 5 innings.
Well,
nice play there by the center fielder coming in making the blab, and that'll end the inning here. So no runs. We did have an error, but nobody left here for Trumbull County as they trail 5-1. And you're listening and watching the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hendricks is still on the mound here for Trumbull County. And his battery mate behind the plate is Josh Skrock from McDonald.
I believe we are a 0 behind on the scoreboard. This is the top of the 5th, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what I have.
Well, if we both have it, we can't both be wrong. I mean, we could,
but the odds are not in our well, maybe
they are
possible.
So, I looked at the Scrapper schedule when it was announced and all the promotions. There's one really cool one that caught my attention for this year. They are bringing in to Eastwood Field, 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood, my all-time favorite Arizona Wildcat basketball player.
Oh, yeah?
But you know him as former Indian center fielder Kenny Lofton.
Yeah.
The reason why I am a Wildcats fan.
An excellent reason to be. I mean, they made the Final Four.
Yeah.
When he was a senior?
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to win it all this year.
Yeah. Something about
can't get it done.
Can't get it over to on a consistent basis. There's a strike on the outside corner.
Then half the team either graduated or left early.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's another swing and a miss, and he goes down swinging.
Big letter high fastball that time. Blew it right by him for the out.
So Skafinski goes down swinging.
To the plate, number 4, Tyler Toscano.
Tyler Toscano coming to the plate. He's a pitcher and a third baseman this year for Lowville. That is going to be outside and high for ball 1. Henrik still on the mound here for Trumbull County. Cameron works from the first base side. And now he's going to find it harder to plate on that changeup. And it's now 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Lowville football staff was the coaching staff for Mahoning County last night in the Jack Arvin game as they were victorious 21-3. Interesting note. For the first time in the 40 years of that game, a former player in the game was the head coach for a team.
Oh, really? Now, is that for the Mahoning or
the Lowville head coach played quarterback in the game.
That's fantastic. Showing our age there, Mark.
Yeah, when we're older than the All-Star game is, and not by a couple years either.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
That just means we have sage wisdom.
Let's hope. There's strike 3. So 2 down here in the inning as Zach Morris goes down, or Toscano goes down, excuse me.
Rowan Urbach, number 10.
Number 10 is Ruben Urbach. Rowan waits for that first pitch, and that's going to hit the outside corner for a strike. Nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Urbach bats from the right side and swings and hits a foul ball, third base side foul. And the count goes to 0-2. Or excuse me. 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that hit him? I think it did in the elbow. And that will give him first base. He had an elbow pad on to keep him nice and safe. You heard that little clunk as he was able to bounce right off, and he never flinched. If that was without the armor there, yeah, you would have seen someone moving around a little bit more.
That was the wonderful crowd mic we've got at work. You could hear that easily in our headset.
So Danko now at the plate here from Austintown Fitch. He'll take that first pitch over for a strike.
We knew last year we had a good new toy when you could hear the boom of the ball when the punter kicked the ball.
Yes, that is. Nice shotgun mic. I like that. I'm going to tell Dotson all about it. He's going to get jealous now.
He'll hit one by 4 or 5 knowing him.
He'll need at least 4. That or he'll just keep it for Eric's crew only. One of the two. There goes the runner. And there's a ground ball foul behind the plate. And runner will have to return back to first base.
Started to cloud up about a couple innings ago and starting to clear out.
Yeah, a little sunshine peeping up. There's a line drive right up the box for a base hit. Danko with a nice hit there to keep this inning alive here for Mahoning County.
Cameron Herrick put the glove up and then maybe thought otherwise as that ball went screaming past him into center field.
Koldaskis at the plate. And there's an outside corner for a strike. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch, ground ball, third base. He's going to make the play and fire across in time for the 3rd out. So we've played now 4.5 innings here at the Valley High School All-Star Classic presented by Baird Brothers, WFMJ, and WBCB on the iMedia One Network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
As we head back into the bottom of the 5th inning, Logan Smallreed is on the mound here for Trumbull County. Or excuse me. That is, I did it again. That's Primus for Mahoning County. Didn't turn over my page one more time. Error here on the announcer one more day.
I'm used to having, you have the roster, you have the book.
Yeah.
But it was easier for us to not work with the book for a game like this.
Yeah. Needless to say, coming to the plate is Josh Schrock from McDonald. He's the catcher. And I'll hit the inside corner for strike one. So Primus from the windup and gets a little changeup. It's going to be served out into center field for a base hit there by Schrock. So Josh Schrock gets the first hit of the ball game here for Trumbull County.
It took until the bottom of the 5th to get that first base runner on with a hit.
They did get one run in earlier back in the 3rd inning. So here's the pitch. And it's served out to left field. Here comes the left fielder in to make the play. Kind of stumbled, but caught himself. Had plenty of time to get in and underneath that to make the catch.
It really seemed like initially he thought he was going to have to dive for that ball. And when it carried a little further, he was able to just kind of pull up.
Yeah. So that's out number 1 here. So 1 on, 1 down. And Henrik at the plate from Girard. He's been on the mound here the last couple innings for Trumbull County. He's at the plate with runner at first. Primus delivers and swing and a miss on a high fastball.
He's got a lot of movement on that, all of his stuff. It's got a lot of like extra tilt right when it reaches the plate.
Yeah. So Henrik digs in, or stands in, I should say. And he'll go down swinging for the second out of the inning.
I saw a great quote from now Scrappers pitching coach Jason Stanford, who played with the Indians, was on that 97 World Series team. He said pitching is not all about velocity and spin. And I love hearing that.
Yeah, especially from a major league player, former major league player. And, he's been around. I mean, obviously everybody remembers. There goes the runner. No throw down to second base, stolen base there. Gilmore's now at the plate here.
If you remember, he was also, for a moment, for a few years, he was the head coach for Howland's baseball team.
Exactly.
To the point where City View Sportscast, which is, part of the iMedia One network, we went to Progressive Field and called one of their games from there.
Oh, fantastic. That's outside for a ball. Yeah, what a connection you have when you're a head high school baseball coach and you can make a phone call to the major league team that you once worked for and say, hey, how about we be able to play a game at Jacobs Field at the time? And really a phenomenal job when you think about it. He was around 2010, 2012, I think, at Howland?
Something like, because we did a Howland game, and then a couple years later, I think it might have been Austintown Fitch we covered, or Cardinal Mooney.
Okay. Swing and a miss there.
And we've been up there twice over the years.
Yeah, what a great opportunity.
There's a picture. I'll get it in after the pitch.
Here's the delivery. Foul straight back. Runner was going, but he'll have to return back to second base.
If you're familiar with the press box, which I know you are, Tim, they always have a sign in front of the door. Well,
right.
They forgot that we were City View Sportscast, and because I was the contact that set everything up, was a giant sign that just said means broadcasting. Let's just say that went home with me.
I remember that. There's a drive into left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. That will be an RBI as Schrock comes around to score from second base. And Trumbull County gets their second run of the inning. And they cut the lead down to 5-2.
Number 20.
Looks like the scoreboard may have caught up to us now.
I think so.
Looking out there. And there's a ball one, and ball got loose, but no advance from the base runner.
And I've noticed with this game, with the regionals, super regionals for college and minor league games, catchers aren't the big lumbering, Sandy Alomar guys like they used to be anymore. Much smaller, quicker, more athletic behind the plate.
Throw over to first, and he's back safely.
You look at Patrick Bailey, the new Guardians catcher, not a big guy at all.
No, not at all. You're seeing more athleticism at that position year in and year out. Not necessarily. There's a ground ball to short. Will he go short way? No, he'll go a long way and get the out to end the inning. As we have now played 5 innings here from 717 Field at Eastwood with the score of 5-2, Mahoning County with the lead. You're watching iMedia One Networks.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
To 717 Field at Eastwood in Niles, Ohio, as we get ready for the top of the 6th inning, 5-2. If you're just joining us, Mahoning County leading Trumbull County in this Valley High School All-Star Classic, presented by Baird Brothers, WFMJ, and WBCB. And coming to the plate here for Mahoning County in the top of the inning is Caden Primus.
Now coming to the plate, number 2.
Oh, no.
Francisco Rodriguez.
That's Francisco Rodriguez Santos, the shortstop from East. Number 2 at the plate. So Henricks gets ready to throw, and it's going to be down on the inside for ball 1. Cameron Henrick is the pitcher from Girard for Trumbull County. Here's the pitch. That's going to find the inside corner for a strike. Even the count at 1-1 strike. Cameron Henrick works from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the delivery. And a ground ball shot between the hole of third and short for a base hit there by Santos. So Santos gets the rally started here in the 6th inning for Mahoning County.
Now batting number 32, Mike Scavenicki.
Mike Scavenicki from Struthers, making a plate appearance here for Mahoning County. Is going to find the top of the strike zone, strike 1. Scavenicki is a first baseman and a pitcher for the Wildcats. Throw over to first, back safely is Santos. Looks to be on deck will be Koleski. And then it's going to be outside corner for a strike. So Henrik from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Going to be outside for a ball. Runner takes his lead at first. Here's the delivery. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out here. Top of the 6th inning. Mahoning County with the lead 5-1. Or excuse me, 5-2. That's going to be outside to run the count to 3 balls and a strike. Mike Skavanicki at the plate. There's strike 3. And he'll go down looking here for the first out of the inning.
Batting number 20, Brendan Klosowski. Number 20.
Brendan Klosowski coming to the plate. He's a first baseman, third baseman for South Range. Bats from the right side. Santos takes his lead from first. Here's the delivery outside for a ball. Here's the delivery again. Gonna find the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second base. Picked up there. They're going to go the short way to get one. Throw to first in time for the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. As we've now have played 5.5 innings here from 717 Field at Eastwood, with Mahoning County leading Trumbull County 5-2. You're watching on the iMedia One Network.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
And welcome back here to 717 Field at Eastwood for the Valley High School All-Star Classic, presented by Baird Brothers, WFMJ, and WBCB. You're watching and listening on the iMedia One networks, as Mahoning County has a 5-2 lead. Jaden Royal from Girard will come to the plate here to start the inning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be down low for ball 1.
And we talk about teams that had excellent football seasons. Boy, did Coach Pearson and the Girard Indians have a great year. His son, AJ, big numbers as a sophomore. He's still got 2 years to play for the Indians.
Should be exciting to watch this fall, no doubt about it. Here's a line drive center field, but Center fielder going to fall down to his knees and make the catch. I don't know if he just didn't see it properly or it was just the sun, maybe.
It seemed like that ball, like it at its peak, and then it just
died.
Died right straight down.
Number 1.
Seen some great defense in this game today.
Exactly. Nicely done for the out. And now I'll bring up Lewis Flowers to the plate from Badger. Foul ball, I believe. Yes. Down the first baseline.
Now you mentioned there's so little foul territory.
Yeah, when you get past the stands there, when you get towards the bullpen, what is it, maybe 3 feet?
That's where you see guys disappear into that corner. Don't know what happens till
you just see the Pete the Penguin on the foul pole, and you're wondering, we'll see what happens with the ball.
So is that the foul penguin?
Maybe. The Petey Penguin foul pole, huh?
Nope. Not. I like it. I'm just not going to try it. That is alliteration I know I can't do. You know, they say, know your limitations.
There's a ground ball to short. Nicely dug up there. Throw across in time for the out. So Flowers is down 6-3.
It's a nice play by the shortstop. That throw was on a rope, and it was off the back foot.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of this turf is you can get a toe dig into it and really be able to get rid of that ball quickly. And he was in great position to make that deep throw from short for the out. Nikula at the plate. Caleb Nikula. Here's the delivery, and that is going to just be a little low. It looks like it had some of the plate there.
There's that outside corner that's been tricky all afternoon, now evening.
So Primus is on the mound here, and he's swinging a miss there by Nikula.
We were talking about Caleb in warm-up. He is elected to edit his jersey so he can show off the guns.
Yeah.
No sleeves.
It's June. It's an exhibition.
It's felt like June the last couple days.
It does. It feels good, actually, again. That's going to be inside for a ball.
So my favorite thing between June and September is air conditioning.
No doubt about it. I'll show one other thing because I have it available to me. It's a swimming pool.
Yeah, that's a nice addition to have too.
Yes. There's a ground ball to short again. Pick up there, fire across, and we'll mark it down at 6-3 one more time. And that'll end the inning. So we have now played 6 innings here in Niles at the Valley High School All-Star Classic with Mahoning County leading 5-2. You're watching the iMedia One Network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
And welcome back here to 717 Field at Eastwood as We move to the top of the 7th inning, and in between the last couple innings, it's been fun watching the home plate umpire play catch with the ball boy.
And they've been doing that every inning on the Mahoning County side of the field.
It's
or
just,
the third base side.
Yeah, third base side, exactly. Looks like Bobby Ramirez will be coming to plate here for Mahoning County. I think we may have a new pitcher. I did not catch the number.
Now batting number 6.
We'll see if we can figure that one out, Mark.
You know, if I would have thought about it, I don't know, 6 innings ago, I would have broke out the binoculars.
Yeah, I know.
Forgot about that. They're still in the bag.
I think I know who it is. And we'll take a look here. That is Jaden Royal at the mound. Battle of sixes here. 6 on the mound, 6 at the plate. So Royal, the righty, delivers. Swing and a miss there by Bobby Ramirez. Bobby Ramirez is a catcher and an infielder for Campbell Memorial. Here's the pitch, and there's swing and a miss on the inside. And I'll make it strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's always been a good baseball program. I remember my senior year, I'll date myself, 1993. They won the state baseball title.
There's a pitch going back to the screen outside. It's just the ball.
Didn't they? They either played for or won the state basketball title that year, too.
Yes, they did.
Because they had the players from the Bahamas.
Exactly. It was a big deal. I remember that.
The 2-sport star Kevin Dill that was their ace.
Yes. I do remember the name. Swing and a miss. Ramirez will go down swinging.
So that's been a few days ago, Tim.
Just Nick Skavinsky.
Nick Skavinsky coming to the plate. He's a first baseman catcher for West Branch. He'll stand deep in the box from the right side. Royal delivers, the righty. Going to throw inside. Move him back out of his position there in the right-hand box.
Hard to tell.
1.
Sorry, Tim, if that went off the bat or hit the cleats, because you heard the little sound off the bat.
Little clicks. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Or excuse me, strike 1.
Let me correct myself. Wouldn't that be? It's turfs, not cleats now, right?
Yeah,
you wear the little,
no, kind of like golf shoes.
And no metal spikes anymore.
No, spikes are Ty Cobbier's. Not quite, but
where he'd slide into second base and spike you just for the fun of it,
just to make sure you knew he was there.
Yeah, all that's gone away from the game.
That really has.
You can't block the plate. You can't take a guy out at second.
It really has become more of a finesse game versus the physical game it once was. There's strike 3 on the outside corner. So Skavinsky goes down looking.
Unless Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez go a couple rounds.
And you got to have Tom Hamilton.
Oh, his call of that was fantastic.
His great imitation of Howard Cosell and saying, Anderson goes down.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that clip, go YouTube it.
Oh, my goodness. Tom Hamilton's a Hall of Famer for what he does in the booth, covering the Guardians/Indians all these years. Has so many amazing calls.
Well, he has added the Ford C. Frick Award to his resume,
exactly.
So he is a Hall of Famer.
He is. That's what I was saying. And I hate saying this, but that call there might be his most famous call that people are going to remember instead of some of the great calls like Kenny Lofting climbing the wall or a big home run by Jim Thome or someone like that.
Rajay Davis in the World Series in 16.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
His call of Thome's home run that left the ballpark?
Phenomenal. Here's the pitch. That's going to find the inside corner for a strike. The umpire was ready to ring him up for the
strike
3, but it was not quite there yet.
Need a couple more strikes.
So Royal from the windup on the 3-1. That is going to be high and inside, ball 4. So Toscano will take his base at first base.
Number 15.
Number 15 is Keon Young, and he's from Cheney. He's a first baseman. There's a ground ball, third base side foul.
So I know this sounds strange, but how about this one? Adam Schefter is reporting. He says there's work to do, but barring anything very strange, the deal is done. The Bears are moving to Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah, I've been hearing that rumor for about the last week or 10 days that it looked like it was going to happen. That's shocking, isn't it? Not to have the
Soldier Field is it's hallowed
just not
ground.
in Chicago.
Right.
That's just shocking. There's a strike on the outside. Can you imagine if that was the Cubs? Just a thought.
There would be issues in the streets.
I was going to say it would be riots. There's going to be many Chicago fans just totally up in arm about it. Yes. And it's going to be different here for Cleveland, too, going to by the airport there now when the new stadium is built.
Out by Burke Lakefront.
Yeah.
When it's built in 5 years or whatever it is, they still have to play out the contract at the current facility.
Yeah. There's a strike 3 called. So Royal gets the last strike of the inning and runs across here for Mahoning County as we continue on here on the iMedia One Network.
If I could be you.
And you could be me.
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
To get inside.
Each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
As we move to the bottom of the 7th inning here, the score 5-2, Mahoning County leading Trumbull County. As I believe is Tyler Toscano now on the mound here for Mahoning County. Toscano will be another right-hander. Haven't seen any lefties here today.
Just in the box, nobody on the mound yet.
Yeah.
Dave is enjoying this song way too much, Tim.
Yeah, he is. He wants his own bobblehead there.
I personally have never heard the song before in my life, but
hey, he's the music man. Yeah, he's showing off his granddaughter now.
Right, of course.
I can't blame him. That's better than Bluey, though.
As long as we don't hear anything from Frozen, I'm good.
Yeah.
You mentioned this earlier. It's catchers and pitchers for the most part have never worked together. You got to have that little meeting on the turf mound before each half inning starts.
There's no question about it. Just kind of introduce yourself and find out how they plan on doing and know the strike zone. And I'm sure they're just going the 1, 2, 3 type singles. Toscano with the pitch. And it's fouled straight back.
That reminds me the Browns game a few years ago. We went through so many quarterbacks. The story came out that quarterback ran into the huddle and had to introduce himself to the O-line before the play.
Yeah.
I'll be my name is Steve. I'll be your quarterback today.
Yeah. That was Joe Thomas's favorite line. Here's a ground ball base hit there by Jake Pedek. for Trumbull County. Yeah, that was one of the great lines Joe Thomas loves to talk about. He's like, "Hi, I'm Joe Thomas. I'm your left tackle."
He's turned himself into quite the media personality. He's done a good job with that.
He really has. He's gone well.
There's been a good batch of that lately. Like my favorite probably right now, Greg Olson does a fantastic job for Fox.
Right. Jonas Miller at the plate from Britzel. He's a third baseman, shortstop by trade. So Pedek takes his lead at first. Here's the delivery. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base. Not in time. So we get a stolen base there. As Pedek was able to beat the throw. So Miller now has someone in scoring position here at the plate. Tyler Toscano on the mound here for Mahoning County. And here's a ground ball to short. He's going to gobble him up there. He'll take, but he'll throw an overthrow. That'll get the run home on the air. And the runner, the batter, I should say, will reach second base in Miller on the air by the shortstop here for Mahoning County.
Number 11, Bray Coleman.
Just didn't quite get a good grip on that in baseball. Airmailed the throw to first.
So Bray Coleman now comes to the plate. From Brookfield, a shortstop first baseman. Here's the pitch on the inside off the plate for ball one.
Not a combination you see every day. First baseman, middle infielder.
Yeah. There's a ball down low, but nice stop by the catcher. 2-0. Toscano on the mound. Here's the delivery, and there's a fly ball out to right field, just past second base, and diving, trying to make the catch was the second base, but couldn't do it. And it'll be, I was just giving it a base hit there and put the runner at first and third.
That's a tough ball.
Yeah.
In that case, for me, easier for the right fielder coming in to make that play than the second baseman on a back pedal.
Yeah. That might be a scenario here when you're on the turf field. You don't realize you're into the outfield as far as you are.
You don't feel it.
Yeah. Because you're not going from a dirt field to a grass field. And here's a pitch that's going to hit the batter. So Demera hit by a pitch, and we now have bases loaded here. With nobody out.
Trumbull County now only down by 2, and we're going to have a little stoppage in play to go talk to the third base coach. That's Roger Pack. He's the head coach at Southington.
So Shockers Logan Smallreed will be coming to the plate with the bases loaded, and now Western Reserve's head coach will be coming out to the mound here. I believe that is Colgan Knox.
Action in the bullpen, Tim. Sorry. Down the left field line.
Yep.
There is a pitcher wearing a jersey, but I can't tell you the number. 22, Dave says. So let's see. 22.
Always trust Dave.
Carson White from West Branch up and throwing. Chance for a big inning here for Trumbull County.
So runners at the corner. Actually, excuse me, bases are loaded.
Logan Smalltree.
And Smalltree will come to the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Smallreed down on the count 0-1. Tyler Toscano is on the mound here for Mahoning County. He's in a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the pitch. And a line drive to center field. This will be caught. The runner was halfway down the line and had to return to third base, so they'll run score. And that is a base running error there. He didn't have to leave the base. He would have scored if the ball fell in anyways. But unfortunately, he misread that. And that will keep the bases loaded now with one down, but no run comes across on a potential fly ball.
Mahoning County has gone back to Tyler Toscano back on the mound now.
Yeah. So pinch at the corners here for Mahoning County as the third baseman and third baseman playing in would normally be the cut of the grass.
You know, I thought that ball was going to go over the center fielder's head. Did not initially get a good jump, but showed the speed to basically run that ball down.
Here's the delivery. Ground ball, and they're going to go home with the play, and they get the out there. Nicely done for Mahoning County as Mike Skavinsky grabbed the ball at first base, threw it home for the forced out.
Number 14, Cameron Herrick.
Heads up defense. Didn't quite have the time to step back onto the bag, but just took the easy out at the plate.
So here's the pitch. And it's outside. Toscano has a unique windup. He starts really on the first base side, but then comes to the third base side with his lead leg and drives the pitch. And there's a fly ball. This one's the right field. And the catch is made for the third out of the inning. So we have played 7 complete as Trumbull County gets one more closer, but they still trail 5-3 here after 7. You're watching high school baseball on the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
And welcome back here to 717 Field at Eastwood. And it's now my pleasure to bring back Mark Means to take us the rest of the way here in today's Valley High School All-Star Classic.
Thank you, Tim. 5-3 Mahoning County as we start the 8th inning. On the mound for Trumbull County is number 3 Logan Smallreed from Chalker, I believe. Or is that Jaden? That might be Jaden Royal. It is 6.
It is Royal, yes.
So Royal's first pitch, off speed, swung on and missed by Jalen Danko from Austintown Fitch. The 0-1, lifted back foul. It's 0-2. I have a sneaky feeling we may see the Austintown Fitch Falcons early in our high school football season this year. Just a hunch.
Just a possibility. But yeah.
Nothing for sure.
I understand. It's definitely, in play. How's that sound?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what else might be in play? We'll get you what I believe, and I've been efforting this, might be a first-time matchup ever. 1-1, inside 2-1. Week 3, a battle of the Eagles.
Ooh.
Warren John F. Kennedy at Hubbard.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I don't know if they've ever met on the football field before.
I'm not sure they ever have.
I don't remember it.
If it did, it was more than 2 decades.
It was in the 70s, yeah, probably.
I would say 2, 3, 4 decades ago, maybe. You never know.
That's what, 5? 6?
Yeah, 6, yeah.
No one said there'd be math. 2-2
Just runs
pitch.
on the scoreboard. That's all we know.
High and away, and the count now full on the batter for Mahoning County. It's Jalen Danko, number 12. 3-2 swung on and missed. Catcher dropped the ball. He'll apply the tag.
To happen, and this is me just being selfish.
Okay.
Is what it would be wonderful to see, like in week 2 of every football season, is a 6-game interstate games between like Lawrence and Mercer County and Mahoning and Trumbull County.
You know,
you could have 3 games in Pennsylvania, 3 games here every year, and just switch them around and have a rotation. And you can match most of the schools up to the same size. It'd be wonderful to see.
It would. You know, we've
I don't think it'll ever happen, but it's something I've always thought would be just a kind of a great little challenge, kind of like the Big Ten SEC challenge in basketball and a few other sports.
The 0-1. Line drive, base hit over the second baseman's head out in the right center field with 1 away. You know, we saw last couple of years, we've seen Farrell play Ursuline. We've seen Farrell play Harding.
Exactly.
But there hasn't been a lot of those. I mean, you look, you know, you've seen the changes over the years. You know, Sharpsville and West Middlesex are a co-op now. Kennedy Catholic's playing 8-man football in a league in Ohio. So it's tougher and tougher to schedule.
It is. It's really difficult. As Pennsylvania, the schools don't control their schedules in Pennsylvania like they do here in Ohio. It's all done through the league in the WPIL. So they're the ones that do all the scheduling for every team. So you don't have really the ability to get some of these schools to get a independent game, which is kind of disappointing because we have so many great schools so close to each other, within 35, 40 miles most.
I mean,
you know, and it would be great to see some like, you know, Union and Neshannock. Like for example, Neshannock and Poland would be a great game. About the same size schools. It would be, you know, just fun to watch each year, you know, and just see. You got 1 year in Poland, 1 year here, you know, in Neshannock or Shenango, another school about the same size.
And we have seen, you know, Hubbard's gone across the border a couple times the last few years. They played Greenville twice. They played Wilmington twice.
I got a chance to see a couple of those games over the years, and that's what made me think it would be so much easier. I know that was a lot had to do with COVID and the scheduling problems that a lot of schools had everywhere. So they were looking for teams to play. This was just be something kind of unique and something I think both areas would benefit from.
Down low, that is ball 4, and Mahoning County has 2 on here on the top of the 8th inning. And it brings up Mike Skepnicki, the first baseman pitcher from Struthers.
Big inning opportunity here for Mahoning County. Only 1 down.
First pitch. Off the glove, rolling up the first baseline for ball 1.
Yeah, it's a shame that they don't have the Western Pennsylvania and Ohio All-Star football game anymore.
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania and is it Maryland?
Maryland,
now?
yeah. Yeah, the Big 33. I'm not sure why Ohio got out of it. It may be just because of the time of the year and it's tough to schedule.
Because there's the North-South game in Ohio still that's always played at Massillon.
Correct.
And they play 2 games. They play a big school game and a small school game, which is nice.
Yeah, it is nice. I did not realize they split it now.
Stacy, number 34.
Next offering. On the inside corner, a called strike. It's 0-1 on Hunter Stacy from Western Reserve. Doubleheader semi-pro football tomorrow, 4:30 for the Cobras. And then 7 o'clock for the Patricians here on the iMedia One Network.
So here it is. Bases loaded, an opportunity here for Mahoning County to add on. Try to add to their 2-run lead.
Cobras playing the Stark County Wolfpack tomorrow. So what happened was, Tim, 2-1 here coming up. Outside corner of ball 3. And what I tried to ask Dave some information by writing a note. And, I have the handwriting of a doctor, just not the education. So he had absolutely no idea what I was asking, which was, what time do the Cobras play tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's outside.
Cobras has been a staple here on iMedia for the last 10 years.
That walk will push home a run for Mahoning County, now leading it 6-3. I don't remember that scoreboard feeling like it was as far away as it is today in years past. It's always been in that same spot. It's actually bigger than it used to be a couple of years ago. On the outside corner, a called strike, but the vision's not as good as it was a couple years ago either.
That's the key is,
Bobby Ramirez from Camel.
We know the vision our good friend Steve Ruman has. It's surprising that he can still cover the games. His glasses are going thicker and thicker, right?
Well, Dave saw the guy in the bullpen. I knew it was a baseball player standing down there in a blue jersey. Up high for a ball. 2-1.
This might be one of the few games that's ever been gone on here at 717 Field, now at Eastwood, that has been a baseball game that we haven't run into, Steve.
Well, I actually went down to the press room to look for him. Was shocked he wasn't there. Chop foul off the catcher. Now levels up at 2-2. While we have a minute.
One of the premier writers of the area. Go ahead.
Wanted to just say thank you and congratulations. My friend Scott Hansen ran the scoreboard here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood for the first 26 seasons. Wow. He retired before this season started. Fantastic guy, great baseball guy. Not his fault he's an Orioles fan. That's how he grew up. But congratulations, Scott. We will miss you when we were here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood.
No question about it. 25 years he did, huh? 26 years. That's amazing.
That is down low. That is ball 4. That brings home another run, and now it is 7-3 in favor of Mahoning County.
And they're doing it both back-to-back walks to push 2 runs in, and the bases remain loaded.
Number 22, Carson Wicke.
So it's Carson Wicke from West Branch. First pitch to him. Breaking ball on the outside corner, a called strike. Wicke digs back in, right-handed box. The righty winds. Inside, pushes him back off the plate. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, 2 runs have come across here in the top of the 8th inning. 7-3, Mahoning County leading Trumbull County. And the Valley All-Star Classic presented by Baird Brothers, WFMJ, and WBCB. In on the hands, lifted back foul and out of play. Remains at 1-2. Both bullpens quiet. Sun starting to set, lights on. That was umpire that time indicated off the plate. So outside, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, foul and out of play. 3-man crew working in this game. Home plate, infield, and first base line. Always marveled at how the New York Penn League did those, in high-level minor league games with just 2 umpires.
That is so difficult to do. You understand how difficult it is, to find umpires today. Officiating is one of the toughest things to recruit on.
Foul back, still 2-2. And you know what's tougher than that is finding high school officials that want to work.
And it is. It's even more difficult. And that has been a trouble everywhere. And there's been umpires this year who's done 2 games in one day. They're doing double headers. And there's just 2 of them.
2-2, lined into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Second run will come around. That throw is cut off. It is now 9-3. Mahoning County, 4 plated here in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, big inning here. Still only 1 down here for Trumbull County. They're
4th and 8th innings have been big for Mahoning County.
No doubt about it. It looks like Royal will be replaced here. I believe the center fielder came in to become the next pitcher here for Trumbull County. Royal will head out to center field.
So we will have a pitching change. While we do that, we'll step aside on the iMedia One Network.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Top of the 8th, it's a pitching change for Trumbull County. Mahoning County, they've played it 4. Still only 1 down, 2 on. As the new pitcher for Trumbull County going through his warm-up tosses. As we will see for Trumbull County on the mound, that is Braden DeMira from Brookfield, second baseman, outfield pitcher. He is going to try and ignite the big inning for Mahoning County here on the top of the 8th. Looking in for the sign. Runners at first and second. Breaking ball high and away for ball 1. Thank you for tuning in. We love your comments on the Facebook feed, on the iMedia One Youngstown Facebook page. Whether you're tuned in on westernreserveradio.com or the iMedia One app. 1-0. Up and away. Now 2 balls and no strikes. 4 runs across here in the top of the 8th for a 9-3 lead for Mahoning County. Check the lead runner out at second. On the outside corner, a called strike, and it's even up at 1-1. Runner gets the lead off the bag at second. Check second to the plate. A little bit high. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Gonna shift the shortstop a little towards the second base bag. Second baseman will play straight away. First baseman will play behind the runner, just off the bag at third. Up and away, and that is ball 4, and the bases are once again loaded for Mahoning County. And Tim, they're going for the sweep in the All-Star games this weekend after winning the football game 21-3 last night.
That is it. It's definitely been Mahoning County's weekend so far.
Bases.
But, baseball's a weird game.
Anything
can happen.
Now, the Astros can score 6 runs in the 8th inning and make the Astros-Pirates game in regulation 3 hours and 41 minutes.
Yeah, and that's with a pitch clock.
That felt like a game in the 90s.
In the 90s, it would be 5 hours because there was no pitch clock.
Yeah. That's what I kept saying. It was almost 4 hours, and it was regulation time. 2-0 the count on Keon Young from Cheney. That's a called strike. Now 2-1. Guardians in Texas to take on the Rangers with an early 1-0 lead in that game. That game, of course, on Apple TV exclusively tonight. 2-1. Swung on and missed. And that is strike 3 for out number 2. And for Mahoning County, that'll bring up number 12, Jalen Danko from Austintown Fitch.
And Danko has had a nice evening here tonight. Been on base a couple times. Has played some good defense.
Walking lead off the bag at third. Pitch going to be lined in that shortstop third base hole. They will score 1 run and hold everybody up. Danko with a base hit and an RBI adds to that good night you were just talking about.
Yeah, he's been seeing the ball well here today.
Next batter, number 23, Peyton Hartzell. Number 23.
Hartzell now coming to the plate. Base is still loaded. Boy, that has been a theme here in the 8th inning.
Now 2 down with those bases loaded. First pitch to Hartzell. High and away for ball 1.
You don't have to work from the stretch here with the bases loaded and 2 down. You just got to, whatever you're most comfortable doing, is all you need to do. If the windup is your best pitches, then do that.
Next pitch ripped past the third baseman out into left field for a base hit. 1 run will score. It's now 11-3.
So 6 runs this inning here for Mahoning County.
So 11-3 here in the top of the 8th inning.
I wonder if that's maybe what they're discussing. He was in the stretch here the last couple batters with the bases loaded. Really don't need to. There's 2 down.
And with
you have a little bit more control, or if you get a little more power from the full windup, you should use it here.
I was always uncomfortable from the stretch. I just didn't feel like I was able to locate.
It's not really normal. Yeah, it's something you got to really get used to.
So it's Gavin Loomis from Austintown Fitch to climb in with the bases loaded, 2 down.
Here's the windup.
Outside for ball 1. Catcher did a nice job to slide to the outside and make that play. Keep the ball in front of him. Looks in for the sign. 1-0. On the outside corner, a called strike, and it's 1-1.
Runner's not getting too far off the bag here with 2 outs. They'll be running on any type of contact.
Pitch to Loomis, leans him back. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 the count on Gavin Loomis from Austintown Fitch. Checks his swing. That pitch is called a strike. Don't really see the appeal a whole lot at the high school level.
No.
Home plate umpire.
Too much any disagreements really at this level very often. If you do, you're not going to last long. I'll guarantee you that.
2-2 up high for a ball.
And I don't mean players as much as I mean coaches.
And you know,
that's a good thing.
The one thing about the Major League game I don't like right now. There's nothing to argue.
No, it's taken out of the game. It really has. With replay and with ABS, it really changes the entire script. You're just not allowed to even argue.
I mean, you occasionally see a guy get run for just mouthing about a strike zone, but not often. Fouled away.
Yeah, strings out. All runners are moving here on the pitch.
It's still a great game, but they've made a lot of changes to it.
Yeah, it really has changed a lot at the major league level.
Runners will get a lead. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. In the top of the 8th, Mahoning County Plate 6. They now lead 11-3 going to the bottom of the 8th on the iMedia One Network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Bottom of the 8th, 11-3 in favor of Mahoning County, and we want to wish the Maplewood Rockets softball team best of luck. They are playing in the state championship game that began just about a half hour ago at another great facility at Firestone Park in Akron.
That's a legendary place, and yes, absolutely. Congratulations to them for getting there, and best of luck. There's no question about it. It is going to be a wonderful achievement to get to the finals. I don't care what school or what level you're at. It's just a huge thing. And if you can come home with the championship belt, as the old saying goes, it's even better.
They've done a great job with that facility. They've kept it up. It's an all-turf facility. I remember, it seems like it's probably a long time ago when they had the women's professional softball league.
Mention that.
The Akron Racers played their home game there.
Right.
You start the bottom of the 8th inning, and that's a line drive right at the head of a shortstop for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out as Braxton Gilmore from Niles lines into out number 1.
Yeah, and that was Loomis making the play at short.
Adams, number 30.
This is Kwame Adams from Warren Harding.
He had a nice base hit in his last at bat. Stole a base, if I remember properly.
11-3 Mahoning County here in the bottom of the 8th. And that got him right in the back. He'll toss the bat away and head down to first. Decided he was going to take one for the team right there. Just kind of made the effort to turn away, but didn't really fully turn away.
Kind of like, I'm going to turn away to make sure it hits me in the back instead of or in the front of the chest.
Pitch rolled foul, first base side. And every once in a while, when umpires in a mood in the major leagues, you'll see them not give a hit by pitch if you don't make an effort to get out of the way.
You don't have to, though, by a roll. The batter's box is yours.
I thought that was the rule. You had to show an effort to get away from the pitch.
You do not.
Little bouncer to second. Flips over to first for out number 2.
99% of the players will move because they do not want to get hit. But if you can go back, you'll find a few players who'll just take the pitch.
And I would not want to be hit by a fastball from Jacob Mizarowski.
No, I don't want to be hit by a fastball, but even by a 78-mile-per-hour fastball.
I was going to say, a changeup is too fast. But what did I see?
I honestly do believe the rule is the batter box belongs to the batter. You do not have to get out of the way. Now, I wouldn't advise that.
Yes, depending on who's pitching.
Yes.
Not many knuckleballers left. Zach Morris, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 2 out, bottom of the 8th. Going the full 9 here this evening.
It's crazy, but yeah. You'll see, you go back to the days of like Don Baylor. He would never give in.
And there was an art to getting hit by pitches.
Yeah, there is to a certain degree. It's a category I wouldn't want to leave the league in.
No, that leads me to a great point after this next pitch. Check a second. Called time, no pitch.
That's darn shame. It was a really nice pitch.
So we talked about current Guardians being former Scrappers.
Yes.
There is a current Guardians broadcaster that is a former Scrapper.
Oh, so
that's going to be ripped into center field for a base hit. Morris gets the single. Runners at the corners with 2 down for Trumbull County here in the 8th inning.
Jimenez?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
That's the only one I could think of.
Because one of the responsibilities we had when getting ready for the season was we designed and built the media guide.
Right.
So at the time, this was 2009, he held the record for HBPs in a season in the Penn League.
Oh, it'd be darn.
Double digits with 10. But, catchers, they take 8, 10, 20 of those throughout the game. So a hit by pitch is just another day at the office.
Exactly.
Brady Klockner for McDonald. First pitch to him. Runner breaks for second. They'll throw down, and he's out. So Mahoning County flashing the defense once again, and we'll head to the 9th inning. Mahoning County 11 and Trumbull County 3 on the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her.
Looking in for the sign, Rocks and Fires. That's a strike on the outside corner. I've learned with this umpire, listen for the strike call before you see the motion.
Exactly. Yes. Very vocal, which is great to hear.
Definitive with his calls. He will let you know.
Yes.
There's no doubt. 1-2 the count. Again, working on that outside corner to Skavnicki from Struthers. We mentioned it. Very lucky with the baseball fields we have in the Valley.
Truly are.
1-2 up and away. Now 2-2. You got this beautiful field here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood. Austintown Fitch, Warren Harding, and of course, cannot forget Scene Park.
Yes.
3 beautiful fields there at Bob Scene Park in Struthers. That's up and away. It's now 3-2, the count on Skavnicki. Austintown Fitch has a beautiful softball field. They've built a great complex on the campus of YSU. That's high for ball 4 and a leadoff walk here in the 9th inning.
No, both the softball fields and the baseball fields have gotten a lot of attention in the last decade, and it's great to see. And the Valley's always been known as a football baseball area. Has been for all the decades that you ever covered sports in our area. And it's good to see that baseball's trying to catch up now to some of the field development that you've seen on the football field in the last couple decades.
So baseball, like you said, has been good, but the softball is really good in the Valley,
yes,
too.
It is.
A tough loss for the Austintown Fitch Falcons earlier this week, 26-0 before bowing out in their last game.
Yeah.
That's become a powerhouse, the Fitch softball program.
Yeah.
Hunter Stacy, left-hander in the box to face the right-hander from Trumbull County.
Softball goes in that way. It seems to go in cycles where one school may dominate for a few years in a row.
Right. I mean, we've seen Austintown Fitch. Matthews has been very good. Champion.
I remember when Poland
West Branch,
was very good.
Poland.
Yeah. It is, like I said, it just kind of goes in cycles with different schools. And obviously it starts with the pitching. It's just so, if you have that dominant number one and she can throw, almost every game, it just changes the entire complexion of a team because they know that they have to score early and then try to build on it. Because if they don't, there's a great chance that you may only get 1 or 2 opportunities the entire game with runners on base.
Toss over to first. Runner is back. I mean, you talk about that Fitch program, the great pitcher that they had, Watts. She's now pitching for the Yellow Jackets in the ACC for Georgia Tech. Just recently completed, I believe, her sophomore season. So 1-2 now, the count on Hunter Stacy.
Want to do a quick shout out while I can for the 2 schools that we cover over in Lawrence County, both into the semifinals in the softball, and Union, who are trying to defend their state title from last year. And also Laurel, which is defeated Neshannock from Lawrence County in the quarters to move to the semis. That will take place next week.
Fly ball to center field. He'll camp under it, and that is the second out here in the top of the 9th inning. Whenever I think of Union High School, I think of my buddy Craig Hannon.
Oh, okay.
Check that, only 1 out. So Craig played for Union. He was the head coach at Girard for a while. He is now an assistant coach at Westminster for the last couple of years. Of course, toss over to first, runner dives back to the bag. He is the son of the voice of Youngstown State University, the great Bob Hannon. But my father-in-law and I go to a game, and it's at Sharon, and it's packed. And that is a runner breaks for second. The throw into center field. He'll slide in there safely and stay right there. Gym is packed. They're going through warm-ups, and I apologize. I forget who Union was playing. Sharon was just a host. Craig's the star for Union. Going through warm-ups, running around, and the student section for the visitors starts, "Where's Bob Hannon?" Just over and over until Bob was kind of stood up and acknowledged the crowd. Love a good student section.
Oh, it is. It's fantastic.
1-0, now 2-0. That drifts outside and can, in a high school game, can make a difference.
A huge difference. And some of those gymnasiums are small. So you only need about 25, 30 students to make a lot of noise. Now, if you happen to be at a larger school and you get a really big student section, kind of like what I experienced over at Newcastle and the Hurricanes, they're just phenomenal.
So 3-0 the count. Runner at second base. Top of the ninth inning, 11-3 Mahoning County. That's high and inside for ball 4. Mahoning County has 2 on with 1 out.
You know, one of the great things I just wanted to mention earlier, you brought up Cappy, which, you know, a legend here in Mahoning and Trumbull County broadcast sports. But could you imagine if our good friend Mark Schoss and Cappy could have done a game together?
I would tune into that broadcast.
That would be phenomenal.
I would definitely
maybe
tune into
they're doing
that.
up in heaven together. You never know.
They're calling games up there.
Exactly.
Up high for ball 2. It's always, you can have so much fun with a broadcast if you just have the other person on the other headset that you're comfortable with. 100%. It makes all the difference in the world.
It does. And I've been very fortunate, and I know you have, throughout your career, to work with a lot of different people and then have that type of connection where you feel that, you know, you don't have to even worry about it. You know they have it.
1-1 count now with 1 out and 2 on from Mahoning County here in the top of the ninth inning. Runners get their lead. Check of second. Foul back off the catcher's mask, and it's now 1-2. Or in my case, like I've done the last couple of years, fun to do the occasional game with family. Even more fun to do the game with family when you have the same name.
Yes. Yes. I know you've done the mean and mean broadcast.
Yes. Mark and I have done a game each of the last couple of years together.
Yeah.
A little bouncer to second. Look to second. Will go to first for the out. Now 2 down and 2 in scoring position.
That was Zach Morris at second base making that play. Kind of juggled the ball for a second, but was able to recover and make a nice play at first base.
He thought about turning the pivot and trying to go to second, but once there was a little bit of bobble, smart baseball, get that sure out. So this will bring up Julian Tranovich from South Range. That's a strike on the outside corner. That edge may have gotten a little wider here in the last couple of innings.
Well, these are the extra innings of a normal high school game. Of course, 7 innings, but this all-star game playing 9.
And on the hands, lifted back foul near the sweet level. 11-3, top of the ninth inning. Trumbull County down to their final 3 outs. Although we have seen some big innings in this one so far today. That's away with the fastball. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, you look at the conditions we had coming in. Breezy, muggy, warm.
Yes.
That just says it's a night that's going to be filled with offense.
And we definitely have had that. And
1-1 up high now, 2-1.
But we've also seen some spurts of pitching here tonight from both teams.
And flashing the leather.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the leather. We've seen them in some nice plays, both at the corner and the shortstop position, even at second base in the infield. And we've seen some nice catches in the outfield, some diving catches, making some big plays.
Lifted down the right field line, hooking into the corner and foul. Just that perfect spot where we lose it down the corner.
Yep, but the umpire was right there, standing on the line at the edge of the infield there, going to the outfield, watching that ball. That first base umpire had the call and made the easy call for him.
That's one of the things I didn't really think about, that outfield track that you're used to walking in, that red clay turfus that likes to get in your shoes and all over everything. Don't even have to worry about that.
No, this turf changes the whole dynamics.
2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 11-3 Mahoning County on the iMedia One Network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it. Unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Back here at 717 Credit Union Field at Eastwood, the Valley All-Star Classic, Mahoning and Trumbull County High School Baseball, a tradition in the Valley. Of course, brought to you by Baird Brothers, WFMJ, and WBCB. They've been longtime partners of this game with the Scrappers. And for Mahoning County, Tim, it will be Julian and Tranovich from South Range on to trying to finish this one up.
Looking forward to it. It's been an amazing game here today. A lot of big innings. We'll see if Trumbull County has one left in them. They've kind of done the picket fence here in the 3rd, 5th, and 7th innings. So the odd innings have been good for them here. Let's see if they can do something here in the 9th.
Or as I would like to say, they haven't hung any crooked numbers today.
That is true.
Baseball is nothing but full of cliches when it comes to broadcasting.
It really is.
More than any other sport.
That is true. And you can cross over with the cliches, and that's the fun part about baseball. So many ways to explain a baseball game as it develops. And
it's just like keeping score. Everyone there's a basis to it, but everyone has their own style.
Oh, no question about it.
But there is, and Brady Klockner going to stand in. And he hits one right up the box and into center field for a leadoff base hit. There is nothing like sitting at a minor league ballpark like this, or say at that time Canal Park, now 717 Credit Union Field, and learning how to keep score for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Now coming to the plate.
It is, and
Brandon 2.
What makes baseball so much fun is it's all about numbers, and keeping score is numbers. You're just relaying positions to numbers.
Fastball swung on and missed for strike 1. For Trumbull County, this is Brandon Toot, number 8 out of Lakeview. Bulldogs, great season this year.
Used to love the days of Herb Score and always saying,
line drive, base hit, left center field, and 2 on for Trumbull County. Sorry, Tim.
No. Listening to a game, and he was saying, for those scoring along with us, that was a 5-4-3 double play or whatever it may have been. And, you learned a lot. That's when I was young. That's what kind of got me in the idea of learning how to keep score.
Oh, yeah. I sat in front of the radio many times with a book keeping score.
Exactly.
Back in those days, it was a lot of losses for the then Indians.
Yes, it was.
Down low. That's going to be called a strike. It's 0-1 on Braden DeMera from Brookfield.
Nowadays, I can actually do it on my phone, which is scary.
Swung on and missed. It's now 1-2 on DeMera. I always still like the paper.
The paper, yeah. I have nothing against it. I've actually done both at the same time, simply because you don't have time to mess with an app to look for certain things during a game. And if you want to look down and find out how many strikeouts a team had, and there's one right there, you can always mention, that is the 7th or 8th strikeout of the game, whatever the case may be.
So it brings up Niles Red Dragon, Brady Court. Forgot about Niles, another Wilder field. That's a turf infield and a grass outfield there in Niles. Throw back behind the runner at second. Kicks off the shortstop to the second baseman. No advance.
Yeah. Brings up the old hockey cliche as a kick save.
That sure was.
That was off the runner.
So 1-0 the count on Brady Court.
Speaking of which, with the
I was just going to ask, how'd your team do last night?
That was heartbreaking.
Oh, really?
Yes, they had a two-goal lead into the third, and they completely, utterly did everything they could. Torque did everything he could to help lose the game.
Outside for a ball, now 2-0. And
he challenged a call on a play that, with 5 minutes left, that caused a 2-minute penalty. And then they gave up the goal within the first 30 seconds of that power play.
That's going to be what are they going to say when he picks it up? I'm going to call it a foul ball. Okay.
Long story short is the Knights came back and scored to tie it up at 3. They went to overtime and lost it in overtime.
Well, I mean,
they're ahead 1-1, headed back to Las Vegas, so not too bad.
I can say this because it's not my team, but you're lucky to be there when you fire a coach in midseason and still play for a cup.
I got to be honest, and I've stated this many times. When that happened, when they got rid of Cassidy, I was like, this is the worst move they could do at this this stage in the season.
And what was, by the way, swung on a missed strike, 3-2 down, was a great move.
It proved me wrong. It shows you how much I know. But so I'm still anti-Torque just because you can't mess with the winning streak.
Right.
So Tortella's done a great job deep down. I know that. It's just easier to say I'm not going to mess with the win streak because since he's taken over, it's a brand new club.
Check of the runner out at second. Swung on and missed for strike one. That's Christian Van Ness from Bristol. He'll step out, climb back in the box. Down 0-1. Trumbull County down to their last out. Fastball up and away. Now even up and 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, thank you to Heather Sully, Jordan Taylor, Brad Hoosier, Matt Thompson, all of the great staff here with the Scrappers as they have for several years, allowing us to do this game. Down low for a ball, now 2-1.
Yeah, see if we can get something in the gap here and get a couple runs late in the ball game here for Trumbull County.
Mahoning County straight up and left and right, shaded towards left in center field, just a little. Leans him back. Now 2-1. Runners at first and second, 2 down, bottom of the 9th. That's a called strike again. They throw behind the runner. That bounces in. Trying to steal it out and end this game. Tonight's, game 2 of the NBA Finals?
Yes.
I'm rooting for any team playing the Knicks.
Amen to that. So far, I have not had luck this year with that thought process. I thought San Antonio would do a little bit better than what they did in that first game.
Swung on and missed, and that is going to do it. Final score here tonight, Mahoning County 11, Trumbull County 3. For Mahoning County, they put up 11 runs. They do it on 12 hits. They had 2 errors. For Trumbull County, 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And Mahoning County gets the sweep of the All-Star Games this weekend. Tim, thanks for making the drive from Mahoning County over here to join us for this one.
I appreciate it. Always great to be on iMedia again.
Don't forget, we will have Youngstown Patricians football, 6:50 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff from Carrollton as the Patricians look to go on the road and snag another road victory. Final score, Mahoning County 11, Trumbull County 3. For my partner, Tim Continenza, Dave Ferris spinning all the dials and keeping us on the air. My name is Mark Means, and you've been listening to the iMedia One Network.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly